I've just seen something that I can't unsee, man. I might have to go and wash my eyes out with bleach after this one, because the P. Diddy freak-off tape has officially leaked. And it's pretty bad. It's in some ways it's worse than what I was expecting. In other ways, it's not as bad as what I was expecting.
Nobody expected the story to explode like this. For years, rumors floated around the internet. People talked, speculated, and debated endlessly. Every few months, a new theory would appear, spread across social media, dominate headlines for a few days, and then disappear almost as quickly as it arrived. Most people assumed that nothing would ever come from any of it, and that the rumors would remain nothing more than internet gossip.
I have to watch the freak-off tape. I've watched it. I've analyzed it in great detail. I paused, rewound a couple times. Okay, I got to the bottom of things in that freak-off video. And it's crazy. So in the video, I'm just going to very briefly describe to you what's seen in the video, and I'm going to go through what some people are saying and some of the crazy beef that's popped off between 50 Cent and Diddy, because the woman in the freak-off tape is 50 Cent's baby mama. So the tape basically depicts 50's baby mama, Daphne Joy, okay, with a adult performer, okay, who I believe goes by the name Sly Diggler. You can't make this stuff up. Freaking off while Diddy watches and films. And how can I put this lightly? Sly Diggler, he got a bigler, okay? But P. Diddy, he got a little tiddly tiddler, all right? If you understand what I'm saying. The size difference between these two gents is stark, okay? So Diddy pretty much watches the whole time. He circles the scene. He provides some baby oil, some toys, some tools, and basically seems to just watch the whole situation. And, you know, periodically kind of intervenes, has some words. We see his butt on screen. We don't see too much more than him bending over to pick up some tissues by the looks of it. It's just, honestly, it's gross, right? It's gross. But it's not the, you know, it looks very dark. It's almost like a depraved S dungeon kind of vibe. But it's just, you know, the S worker, the guy, and Diddy's kind of filming it, and he pops in and out sometimes, okay? But look, I've got to show you some of the response, even though I can't show you the tape. But people have been asking, people have been trying to get to the bottom of it, okay? DJ Vlad was one of the first people that announced it. Said, who do you think leaked the Diddy S tape? All right, who do you think leaked it? Now, people were thinking maybe 50 Cent released it. They're saying it was mid, so 50 must have released it, man. So look, over on Reddit, there's a few people, the Joe Budden community, they did a breakdown, okay? Somebody said, Diddy S tape leak. I watched it for research purposes. Yes, I'm using that excuse. It's been floating all over X. Just search if you're curious on X. Look, to me, it looked like Daphne was enjoying it, and it was just a room full of freaks doing freak stuff. This is just one tape, though. The rest could be everything he's accused of. Puff was basically offering the dude coffee, Adderall, tea, and pillows. All right, that's my review for y'all. So, you know, look, if you want to go watch it, you can go find it. It's not hard to find, okay? But Diddy's reacted, right? As you can see, this is a screenshot from it, and you see Puff in the red room, okay? He locked in the red room doing all sorts of stuff in the red room, bro. It's crazy, right? But 50 Cent has responded to the leaked vid of his baby mama, Daphne Joy, Diddy, and a third man. They're saying he rushing that new Netflix documentary, man. 50 Cent said she's not a victim. Sire is. His son, Sire, that he has with Daphne Joy. His son has to deal with the kids probably pulling this up at school, all right? It's very, very sad. He says, can you imagine going to 8th grade to find out this is your mother? Okay? It's unfortunate. All right, that's a little. I probably shouldn't put that on screen, really, should I? Probably shouldn't put that on screen. Okay. So basically, all right. Look, 50 Cent is cooking Diddy, but here's the thing, all right. Some people are saying that 50 Cent might actually be the loser in this situation. It says 50 don't even care about his other son. You think he care about this stuff? Sire finna be in class getting clowned because of her shenanigans. Okay. I got to proceed with caution, man. I got to proceed with caution. Okay. My fingers aren't working properly today. So look, this is another reaction, all right? Look, you can't see anything, all right? But this is what it kind of looked like, okay? This is another reaction from 50 Cent to Diddy's freak-off leak. He said, free Diddy, he's gone through enough being born with no penis. All right, that's what he said. Okay, that's what he said.
Then everything suddenly changed. What began as an ordinary day online quickly transformed into complete chaos after a collection of alleged recordings surfaced without warning. Within hours, clips and screenshots were being shared across every major platform. Comment sections exploded with reactions, live streams appeared everywhere, and millions of people suddenly found themselves discussing the same story. But perhaps the most surprising part wasn't the recordings themselves. It was the reaction they generated. One longtime critic of the entertainment industry, someone known for making jokes and sarcastic remarks about celebrity culture, appeared unusually emotional during a public discussion of the situation. Viewers immediately noticed the difference. This wasn't the usual humor. This wasn't another attempt at entertainment. For the first time, many people believed they were witnessing a genuine and deeply personal reaction.
They're saying the court system in LA thinks it's fine, all right? I didn't see that part on the last link. So this is the problem, all right? This is the problem. Academics is basically, you know, he's kind of been posting this. He's been spreading the word about, you know, 50 Cent clowning on Diddy. But here's the thing, all right? Here's the thing. Academics kind of makes a good point, and some people are making a good point, that 50 Cent, he ain't really in a position to joke. So Academics said 50 Cent ain't in no position to joke about Diddy having a small one because Diddy brought men with big... more than a foot long sub, all right? Let's just say that, to crack his BM, all right? Even if Diddy had a 1 inch, but he brought the dude with 15 to bruise her up that she couldn't walk home and take care of your son, Diddy had her doing stuff you never thought she could even do. That dude got 5 dudes cracking your girl. At this point, if I'm 50, I would have wished Diddy could have handled the job by himself.
50 a sick nigga. You could tell 50 watching the porn right now. Look, he put up this shit is kind of blurred, and he said, "Free Diddy. He has gone through enough being born with no penis, LOL." Yo, Fifth, I love you, brother, but you can't joke about a man having a small dick if he had yo bitch bent up like a pretzel and had whatever nigga he wanted fucking yo bitch. And I know you're gonna say that's not your girl, but that's your baby mom's. I don't care if that nigga Diddy had a vagina, my nigga. That nigga has your girl. I guarantee, I promise you, like, with all due respect, I love 50. 50, don't get mad at me. You know, we're on the same team all the time. But listen, Fifth, I guarantee Diddy was having your girl do shit that you never thought she would even ever do, nigga. You was embarrassed to even be like, yo, you want to try this? Like, Diddy was having her do it, gang. Like, nigga, she was probably eating fecal matter, like licking toes, getting peed on. 5 niggas fuck, nigga, 5 niggas did fuck her. Bruv, you can't talk. You can't clown Diddy's dick size. I'm sorry. Yeah, even if, all right, bet, Diddy had a 1 inch dick, but he brought in the nigga with a 15 incher to fucking bruise her up that she couldn't basically walk home to take care of y'all's son. I'm sorry, Fifth. I'm sorry, Fifth. You can't do that. When she walking like this in the kitchen and she limping because you get Sly Diggler who just hit her with the 15-inch python, nigga, and she could barely walk. She over here limping. Yeah, and then that's y'all son. Y'all son is looking at it like, "Mommy, you good, mommy? Mommy, every time you come from Star Island, mommy." Nah, Fifth, you can't clown Diddy on that. Even if he ain't had the size, he brought the nigga in with the size. All right, bring in the bulldozer. Bring him in. 2 at a time, y'all. 2 at a time. All-star freak off. I'm sorry, you can't. I don't care if Diddy got a vagina, my nigga. I promise you, bruv. I don't care if Diddy got the smallest dick in history. He had your chick sucking everything, peeing on, getting peed on, 5 niggas fucking her. He used her motherfucking vagina basically like it was a scrimmage, nigga. This is football practice. Everybody getting on this shit. OTAs, nigga, 2-a-days, run that shit. Nah. Put it like this. He did that for 10 bands. You loved her. Let's be honest. You loved her. You loved her, Fifth. Fifth, we've all loved a hoe from time to time. I know it kind of hurt when it's when you think she's not a hoe. Like, if she a public hoe, that's whatever. If you think she's not a hoe, and then you find out afterwards she a hoe, that feeling of you being a sucker as the only.
And that changed everything. Because when someone spends years mocking a subject and suddenly becomes serious, audiences naturally begin paying attention. People started asking questions. Why the change in tone? Did this person know something others didn't? Were they reacting to the recordings themselves or to something much bigger? The internet immediately went into detective mode. Users began analyzing every second of every video clip. Some argued that the recordings finally confirmed suspicions that had been circulating for years. Others insisted there still wasn't enough evidence to support such dramatic conclusions. The debate quickly became one of the biggest online controversies in recent memory. Videos discussing the situation gained millions of views almost overnight. Reaction channels couldn't stop covering it. News blogs published updates every few hours. Online forums became flooded with theories and speculation.
DA probe and is going to be possibly facing new criminal charges, and it's all directly tied to an LA battery claim made against him. The case involves publicist Jonathan Hay, who we know and who I interviewed here, who filed a police report in September 2025. He claimed that Diddy essayed him in 2020 and again in 2021. Detectives have presented their findings to the LA County District Attorney, and they have confirmed the LA County District Attorney that is under review, and according to the DA spokesperson Vanus Dunn. Jonathan Hay initially filed the report in Largo, Florida, but it got transferred to LA where Diddy allegedly committed the crimes. In the report, Jonathan Hay said he was working on a remix and Diddy would show up, and there was a moment of time where Diddy essayed him by putting his half a Tootsie Roll in Jonathan Hay's mouth, but also he relieved himself on a Biggie shirt and threw it at Jonathan Hay and demanded Jonathan Hay to come finish him off. Jonathan Hay claimed Diddy took the shirt and relieved himself in it, threw his semen in it, and threw it at Jonathan Hay's face. TMZ are confirming that LAPD detectives have officially been investigating Diddy secretly for several months. My God, today. And recently submitted the case to the DA, and the DA will currently be reviewing this case after it's been investigated for several months to determine if there is enough evidence to now charge Diddy. Well, Diddy responded to this a month ago by basically saying to Jonathan Hay, well, you entertained this, so therefore if you entertain this, you consented to this, and therefore there's no claims. That was Diddy's response. He never denied any of that. So that in itself should be more than enough to charge this man as far as I'm concerned, because this is coming out the horse's mouth within itself. Diddy literally saying that you entertained this, well, you like this. That's why I put my half a Tootsie Roll in your mouth. Because Diddy was wilding back then, where this is what he wanted to do to several men. We know that Diddy was convicted in federal court for violating the Mann Act. And so that in itself could also heighten the seriousness of this case for the fact that Diddy was convicted and currently is in jail serving a sentence. But if he is facing criminal charges, and if this is what the DA probe find out, which we're going to find out in the next couple of weeks or however long this takes, then Diddy was going to be transferred from the Fort Dix to LA to deal with this. Because the civil lawsuit he's facing against Cassie's friends, Miss Bongalin and his hairstylist, Diddy responded by saying, well, if he's still in jail whilst those trials are meant to begin, which is next year, Diddy is purposely going to delay all of that. But if you're facing criminal charges and not civil trials, you ain't got nothing to say to control whether you need to face this or not. They're going to drag you by your wide-bearing hips and your Miss Doubtfire backside, and they're going to drag you to LA to deal with this criminal situation as far as I'm concerned. What do you mean? In the height of a tape being released in the past couple of days, the DA have confirmed that they are looking into an investigation that was ongoing for several months and are going to look to potentially apply criminal charges to his name in regards to this claim. Now, this is going to be very insane to me, because who would Jonathan Hay even bring to testify for him if this actually goes to trial? Jonathan Hay has said he's not looking for money. He wants a criminal trial. That's what he is prosecuting. So we can only hope now that the DA would look at this, the district attorney's office, and say, you know what? We're going to charge him. Even if it's one criminal charge, it's a criminal charge. Do you understand? It doesn't have to be 2 or 3 or 4. Even if it's one criminal charge, that is enough as far as I'm concerned to get this man to get dragged down to court and possibly prolong his prison sentence. So if this gets announced that Diddy has been criminally charged from this probe now, I'm going to lose it. I'm really going to lose it. Because
nobody could agree on exactly what was happening, yet everyone agreed on one thing. The story had become impossible to ignore. As the conversation continued growing, attention began shifting toward powerful figures connected to the entertainment world. People started asking questions they had never seriously considered before. How much do audiences really know about what happens behind the scenes? How many stories never become public? How many rumors remain hidden because nobody has the evidence to prove them? Those questions fueled even more speculation.
We'll be discussing future civil trials, which all are going to be happening. We're discussing a future Diddy criminal trial where he could be convicted for battery in this claim and basically have his prison sentence at the Fort Dix essentially extended. If the tape isn't going to piss him off, this is going to piss him off. Do you understand? If that 50 Cent documentary didn't piss him off, this is going to piss him off. That man, Diddy, is getting whacked by everybody beyond belief right now online. where a lot of people are traumatized by the fact that they've seen Diddy and his Miss Doubtfire backside walking across the camera with his half a Tootsie Roll, living his best life, living it free. Because he's so dumb enough to film that on somebody else's phone. Just like he's dumb enough to respond to Jonathan Hayes' claim publicly through his lawyers that he pays, and he said Jonathan Hay entertained this, so therefore there's no issue here. Thus, Diddy, from his own words, was admitting that this actually took place. The DA would have had to have read that response and should therefore criminally charge him. I don't understand why they wouldn't. And whilst I do feel sorry for Daphne Joy, and I feel like, she didn't consent to any of that video being uploaded, and I do feel for her. Tell me why Daphne Joy is currently on her Instagram promoting her OnlyFans, talking about, is the size of the D what we need when it comes to being intimate? And that she's having this whole discussion on her Instagram stories right now. Like, why, in the moment where you put up a statement and you're looking for sympathy, why would you put up why would you delete that statement, and then the next story is you basically talking about promoting your OnlyFans because you thought this is the best time to promote it because everybody's seen a tape of me? If you are traumatized and upset by what has happened, which makes complete sense to me, why would you then in your next story promote your OnlyFans? Why would you not lay low for at least a week? Why would you not, I don't understand. You want the crowd, the people to feel for you. This isn't the right way for you to do it, because I guarantee anybody who's going to quickly subscribe to you because of this whole situation ain't going to stay for long. If you're riding off the coattail of a tape coming out without your consent for the promotion of your OnlyFans, and that is a character flaw as far as I'm concerned, Daphne. I'm not even going to play that Instagram story. You guys can check that out on yourself, because she's revealing different parts of her that nobody else will see as far as I'm concerned. Yeah. So the DA are reviewing claims in the Jonathan Hay case after a several-month investigation and are looking to possibly apply criminal charges. New potential criminal charges. This is what is being reported in regards to Diddy. I cannot believe this, guys. Forget the tape. Do you understand? Park that for a minute. This is insane. I feel like we're so close, guys. But all I'm waiting is for the DA to come out with a conference talking about they're going to criminally charge him with charge this, charge 1 and charge 2. This is what I'm waiting for. Will he be rearrested? I don't know how that's going to work whilst he's in the prison at Fort Dix. He surely can't be rearrested. I don't think he's going to move to LA. He probably would move to LA if this goes to trial, if he does get criminally charged. But this is a big update for Jonathan Hay, that the DA are basically confirming that they are looking into this probe that was going on, and potential new criminal charges can basically be tied to his name because of this new DA probe. This is the only update in regards to litigation where Diddy could possibly be facing criminal charges. The rest of the other cases are all civil. Everything we've discussed outside of Diddy's criminal trial, all of that is civil. Every single one of them, because all of them are looking for financial compensation. Whether they're entitled to it or not is a different conversation, but that is all civil. This with Jonathan Hay, this is criminal. This is very similar to Cassie's case, so we're going to see what's going to happen. Also, what happened to Jonathan Hay, totally unrelated to Cassie.
Meanwhile, social media continued spiraling into complete chaos. One group argued that the recordings represented a major turning point and that significant revelations were still to come. Another group insisted people were once again jumping to conclusions without waiting for verified information. A third group believed the truth probably existed somewhere in the middle. The result was an endless cycle of arguments, reactions, and debates. Hours turned into days, days turned into weeks, and the conversation never slowed down. If anything, it became even bigger. More creators joined the discussion. More analysts offered their opinions. More self-proclaimed insiders claimed they knew hidden details that had never been revealed publicly. The audience watched everything unfold in real time, refreshing timelines and waiting for the next major update. What made the entire situation especially fascinating was the emotional response from people who rarely showed emotion publicly. Viewers noticed hesitation. They noticed discomfort. They noticed facial expressions and reactions that seemed completely different from what audiences had become accustomed to seeing. Whether those reactions actually meant anything remained unclear. But perception matters, especially on the internet. Sometimes people react more strongly to how someone responds than to the original information itself.